All right. So this one, I'm going to show you how to optimize your sales process for maximum conversions, and we're going to go a little bit in depth here, not too much. So number one, first and foremost, you got to analyze what your current sales process is, what it does, so on and so forth. Identify any inefficiencies that you have. Pinpoint specific areas of the sales process that require improvement where you think tweaks can be made, whether it's a no-show, show rate, lead quality, lead cost per book call, cost per show, whatever it might be, to increase efficiency and conversion rates, right? Find out what that quote unquote bottleneck is or an inefficiency is. You can also gather data from the CRM, right? Analyze your CRM data to identify where the leads drop off in the process. Is it lead to setter, or is it or lead to triage or book call? Is it book call to close? Is it close to cash collected? Whatever the your process is different for every offer. Analyze CRM data to identify where the leads drop off in the process and where the team struggles to close, and then visually map out, just like this, what your sales process is and show the team what it should look like. They need to be, and this is a side note here, your sales team, setters, closers, SDRs, whoever that you have, everyone needs to be on the same page on the sales process. I know a lot of sales managers like to keep these departments separate. The more in sync your marketing, sales team, and you as a sales manager or business owner are in sync, all these three things, the better your quote unquote customer journey is. Your fucking customers have no idea what it is you're doing. They have no idea what that department is. To them, they saw an ad, they're clicking, they booked the call, they're paying money. That's the customer journey for them, right? The emotions they go through, the ROI they justify, whatever that is. They don't know if it's a setter or SDR or this person's a closer on Zoom. They don't know any of that. So map out your sales process, make sure the entire team is on the same page. Number two is you implement lead scoring and prioritization. So first, you set up lead scoring. We do this internally with AI, or you can do it beginning of the day if you're a sales manager, business owner, to do it for your closers. Start grading all the applications that are booked on their call, all the leads that came in, yesterday's EOD, so on and so forth. Next, you prioritize high value and high intent leads. Again, this is something uh, this can be done prior to booking. Another thing I can some people disagree with me here is I don't believe in equality when it comes to salespeople, right? The best closers on all of my sales teams, we're at I think about 16 right now. Best closers get the highest intent and highest quality leads. If you're not a good closer, don't expect to get two calls and the best guy's getting two calls. Fuck that. That is not happening. It's not happening. The best closers are getting if we're scoring leads on a score of 1 to 5, the best closers are getting fours and fives. And if you're a mediocre person, you're getting the twos and threes. That's it. And my second best closer on any team, their calendar doesn't begin getting booked up until my top closer's calendar is booked up all full of fours and fives for 3 days in a row. Then my second closer starts to get booked out. All right. So again, prioritize high value and high intent lead, and then automate lead assignment. The best closers calendar again get full first. 72 hours out, anything more than that, your no-show rate starts to rise, and then the rest of the team. So this is your lead scoring and prioritization. Next, you work on improving the sales team. So first is your sales playbooks, right? Your frameworks and your scripts or whatever you might have. One thing very important, I like to tell every sales team and closer and setter to look at things as frameworks, not scripts, right? Scripts, people try to read it word for word, even if it's not theirs. I have a certain way I talk and I speak. There's certain way other closers and other setters and other sales managers and other business owners speak or talk. If I write up a script and I give it to someone who does not speak the same way I do, it is not going to be as effective. A framework is something you tell them here, you do this during discovery, this to increase problem or pain and create urgency. This is your pitch, this is your transition, so on and so forth. This is your close, objection handling. Give them the framework so they can use it for themselves. And then obviously, your team has to be good at objection handling. I'm a big believer in avoiding objections during the discovery section, but end of the day, you'll still get objections. This is sales. And then, as if they're good at objection handling and avoiding, equals higher cash collected rate. Number two is training the team. Weekly training sessions for the entire sales team. You got to do multiple one-on-ones during the week for the underperformance, obviously, but even for the top performers, just make sure they stay on the right path. Right? It's sometimes it's easier for sales reps to get to the top, but it's very hard for them to stay at that peak. Right? Um, Next is role playing and scenarios. Again, I've seen a lot of sales managers and business owners and even sales coaches do role plays. And when the salesperson does something wrong, they'll start coaching right there. If you have a role play call booked in with one of your sales guys, do not coach them during that call. You are nothing but a customer on that call. You are nothing but a prospect on that call. And then during a review, a separate call, you review that. All right. Make sure your team knows that. You're not going to coach them, because a lot of times what happens is if you're doing a mock call or role play and they make a mistake somewhere, they fuck up somewhere, they'll start laughing. Let me try again. But that is not how the real world works. That is not how a prospect works. You're not going to be like, I'm sorry, let me try my discovery again. That's not how it works. Through and through, point A to point Z, become a customer and nothing else. Don't be a coach during a role play. Don't be a coach during a mock call. Review that entire call after and let your salespeople know that I'm not going to coach you. So if you fuck up, imagine that's a customer. You just lost the deal. Okay. Next is you automate the follow-ups, whether you're using Make, Zapier, automate this, automate as many things as you can, right? Anything that doesn't require a human touch. For follow-ups, obviously we use Make and stuff for emails and stuff, but for text, we use SendBlue. We have a very high response rate dialer. There's a few out now, but internally, we don't use a dialer. I know a couple people in the industry have told me Dollar.io is good. Again, I've never experienced anything, but supposedly very good. So use something that has a high response rate, and then automate your email sequences. Right. The purpose of each is to re-engage the prospects or initially engage them if you haven't yet. Next is your sales ops stuff that is just repetitive. So which is like your daily tracking. Automate this. Your CRM hygiene. Automate it. Let your salespeople know. End of the day, beginning of the day, XYZ things need to be done, and that's when the day starts. Onboarding new reps. Automate this sequence. Have a separate pipeline in your CRM just for new recruits and new hires. And then your admin work, anything that involves something other than income producing activities. I mean, calling leads, taking demo calls, right? Or booking sales calls. That's what salespeople need to be focused on. Booking calls and taking them, and then generating leads if you have SDRs. Anything aside that, try to automate it for them. Get them out of the admin shit. Get them out of the agreements, invoices, receivables, chasing people. Get them out of that. Next, we're going to talk about measuring and tracking and adjusting, right? First, refining the sales process. You need to regularly review and refine the sales process. So it remains optimized for maximum conversions and aligns with changing markets and customer needs. What worked 6 months ago, 12 months ago is not working right now. Next is iterating and optimizing. Relentlessly test and experiment on the back end. Yuck. How did I misspell back end? Um, Relentlessly test and experiment on the back end. Different processes based on the data you're continuously collecting, right? And look for the quote unquote holes that can be plugged for even slight improvements. And this is how you stay ahead of the whatever industry you're in. This is how you stay ahead. Continuous testing. If IG shoutouts worked a year ago, I'm looking at something else that's working right now. I'm looking at what others are doing and I'm testing it for our different offers on the back end. And that's how we stay ahead of most people. That's how our clients are getting the returns that they're getting, and we're able to do everything performance based. And next is monitoring KPIs, conversion rates across marketing and sales cycle length, average deal size, all that good stuff you need to be monitoring. And then you have, last but not least, continuous improvement. Well, first and foremost, a culture of continuous growth. Having an open culture where sales reps can voice, oh my God, I hate grammatical little errors or spelling mistakes, actually. Having an open culture where sales reps can voice their questions and their concerns and even have ideas for increased revenue, increased productivity, increased cash should be welcome, not pushed aside. I know a lot of People have this power trip. It's either my way or the highway. That's never gonna work. I know so many people that were salespeople last year and sales managers now, just because of their creativity, just because of their ideas and what they were able to do for themselves. And when they brought it to their business owner, they were pushed aside. They took their talents elsewhere. Some on my team, and now they're doing 10x better than they were in that offer that nobody wants to listen to them. Next is ongoing training and support. This is pretty fucking obvious. Regular training for everyone on the team. And then you have setting goals and objectives. Again, very important to remember. Your sales reps or your whole team actually needs to see their vision fit between your vision. That their vision has to fit within your vision. So if your vision is to take your company to 10 million, 50 million a year in revenue or whatever, 100 million, they have to see them being able to do, 500, $1 million a year within your company. Their vision has to fit within your vision. And then standard versus goal are very different, right? Set the minimum standards required for a sales rep to stay on the team. You have to have a 25% close rate or 20% close rate. That's minimum. Below that, you're fired, right? Not expectation. A goal, I mean, that is expectation. A goal will be 35 to 40%. That's what they should be aiming for, right? Or higher. If they're aiming for the floor, you don't have an A player. That's a scrub, right? So yeah, set goals for the team and help them hit their lifestyle, hit their income goals, so on and so forth. But this is how you maximize conversions and optimize your sales process. Hopefully, you got some sauce out of this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.